How about this one from Commanders coach Ron Rivera, speaking to Albert Breer of SI.com on Sam Howell as he played in the final game of the 2022 season. I kept saying, F, wonder what that word is. If I would have known this, I would have played him sooner. When you only have so much time to show it, it's hard. I kept thinking, God, but after that game, everything told me this kid, give him the opportunity and see what he does with it. That explains why Rivera was saying after the season, and he said it on our show at the Super Bowl, Sam is QB1. Now, there was a bit of equivocation that was always baked into that. As recently as a couple of weeks ago, there was a comment about Jacoby Brissett that made us say, well, was he really thinking about going with Brissett instead of Howell? But now they are all in, Myles, on Sam Howell, and I think it's smart. 3 years left on his rookie deal. There's a thought he would have been a first-round pick if he had entered the 2021 draft, waited a year and fell. Maybe a great player has fallen into their laps. There's only one way to find out. You put him on the field and you play him, like the 49ers didn't do. Of course, Trey Lance got injured last year, but you find out what the guy has. This is their chance to find out what Sam Howell has.
Here's what I struggle with that Ron Rivera quote. He says, if I had known. Why didn't you know? Isn't it your job to know who the players are on your team and what they're capable of? Like, what weren't the offensive coaches saying to you about this stuff? And those offensive coaches aren't really there anymore. So, take that with a grain of salt, I guess. Like, what do you mean if I had known? What were you struggling to know? Like, did you not realize what Carson Wentz was going to do when he got put back on the field and lulu'd down his leg? Like, what? Did you not realize that Taylor Heineke was a limited player who you'd had for a few? I mean, what do you mean if I had known? That I don't know. That comment, it just kind of rubs me the wrong way.
But Myles, I'm going to give Rivera a little bit of the benefit of the doubt here. I think his point is, if I had known how he's going to play in a game that counts, you don't know that until you put the guy out there. You just got to put the guy out there and see what he can do. He didn't put him out there because he's trying to get to the playoffs with some combination of the Frankenstein monster of Carson Wentz and Taylor Heineke. And Heineke actually had a good stretch. Remember, he was getting new Jordans after every win or something like that. I mean, they were winning games. They were doing well.
So then why put back Carson Wentz in there when Carson Wentz stinks? And we all knew Carson Wentz stunk. And why not replace him? I don't know. That just speaks to me to a little bit of mismanagement, and that's just what I get from that quote.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.